think about faith and what I've learned from many traditions in the world, I think about the rituals of love that I've witnessed. I've had the privilege to witness rituals of love in Bali, a ceremony of roses, and in India, the beautiful recognition of the different aspects of God and the chanting. And on the beautiful continent of Africa in Botswana, with the drums, like we heard from Joel today, the drumming ritual, the ritual of love for the universe, the love for Mother Earth, the love for the universal good. I've had this privilege of seeing these different love rituals, and one of them was in honor of this Native American month I wanted to speak about, my first Native American sweat. And this ritual of love, of entering into the experience of heat and sitting with the elders and sitting with the fire and sitting with the stones, the grandfathers coming in one at a time and the heat rising in that space, and sitting and letting the sweat fall and letting the feelings fall and letting the drum beat be part of my heart. And as the heat rose, I found myself for my first time in this loving embrace from this group of people who were tenders of Stewart Mineral Springs in California. And so they let me lay down and they put a cool cloth on my head and let me breathe into the heat and breathe into the grandfathers as they were brought in, one after the other, one after the other. I began to long for and wait for that moment when they would say, "Open the door," for the next stone to come in, because there was a little tiny breath of air that came in to cool. But I stayed in. I stayed in this ritual of love with the incense, with the drumming, with the chanting, and the feeling of being completely immersed in love. And I learned from that and so many things in life that love responds. Love responds. It responds to affirmation. It responds to declaration. But first and foremost, it responds to recognition. The first step in our prayers that we give is recognition, recognizing our unity and our oneness with love itself. And so as we recognize love in each other, in every situation, in every ritual, we can be immersed in it, as I was immersed in those grandfather stones. I sat in that beautiful energy, and I sat there and listened to the drum, and after a while, I came out of this almost trance-like experience, and I was alone with the drummer. I was alone with the drummer. And I then got up and came out, and my friend said, "You realize that the drummer can't leave until the last person leaves, and you were in there for a really long time." I was immersed in this ritual of love and let myself be lost in it. Let us be lost in these rituals of love. Let us have faith that love is the only thing that we can count on.